Hello there guys! For today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a fake puddles in Photoshop. And also we will dive deeper into masking, flipping layers vertically, applying cloud filter, grouping of layers, creating negative mask, and adjusting blend modes. So let's get started. So here in our document, I already prepared here an image of this street where we're going to apply the fake puddle effect. The first step we're going to do here is we're going to duplicate the layer of our background layer. So to do that, going on to the layers panel, selected on the background layer, press Ctrl plus J to create a duplicate layer. Now let's rename this duplicated layer as puddles. Now, the next step we're going to do here is we're going to flip the puddle layer vertically. So to do that, with that puddle layer selected, I'm going to bring up the transformation command. So with that puddle layer selected, I'm going to press Ctrl plus T for the transformation command. Now, once it's out, I'm going to right click on it and then flip it vertically. Now, as you have noticed here, I already flipped it vertically. And the next step here, I'm going to lessen the opacity of this layer to around 50% temporarily. All right, then now let's select on that puddles and press V for the move tool. I'm going to drag it down to create a reflection on the ground, something like this. And by the way, if you find this video helpful so far, please consider subscribing to help YouTube algorithm show my videos to other nerds like us. Now going back, now just what I've said, that this is just a temporary opacity, so let's bring the opacity of this puddle layer to 100%. Alright, and then let's hide these puddle layers for now. Okay, now I'm going to select on the background layer because our next step here is we're going to create a selection on the ground. Alright, so we're gonna make use of a polygonal lasso tool here. So with that background layer selected, going on to the toolbar, go to the third tool, first, second, third, right click on it, and find the polygonal lasso tool. Alright, now once it's selected, now let's create a selection on the ground. So I'll start from the outside, okay, from this of this image, right, and then follow this edges of this wall. And now let's close the selection from where we started. And there you have it. Now, once we already have this selection, now let's bring the puddle layer visible again. All right, so select on that puddle layer. Let's make it visible. Okay, so with that selection we have, now with this puddle layer selected, we're going to create a mask of it. All right, so to do that, with this puddle layer selected, I'm going down here and select on this add layer mask icon. All right, so once I click that, look what happened. It already created a reflection effect on the ground. Amazing, isn't it? All right, now the next step we're going to do here is we're going to make a group of this puddle layer. So to do that, I'm going down here, select on this. This is create a new group, right? Icon, let's click on that, all right? So we already have that group one. And then I'm going to create a negative mask of this group one layer. So to do that, I'm going to press Alt. While holding Alt, I'm going to click on Add Mask. All right, so once I did that, we just created this negative mask. Okay, now the next step here is I'm going to drag the puddle layer to the group one. So I'm just going to click and drag it going to the folder. All right, so once I did that, it's already went to the folder, and as you have noticed here, the effect is gone. It's because this group one layer is into a negative mask. Okay, now let's apply here a cloud filter. So with this negative mask layer selected, I'm going on top, go to filter, under filter, go to render, and then choose clouds. Okay, so once I did that, it created an effect like this. You can see on the thumbnail that it shows this kind of thing, this moment. All right. Now, with this layer mask thumbnail selected of the group one layer, right, I'm going to toolbar, select on the brush tool or B for the shortcut key. For the options on top, I'm going to choose here a soft round brush. For the opacity, I'm good with 100 and flow to 100. Okay, and then for the foreground color, I'm gonna set this one to color black. All right. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to increase the size by just pressing the close bracket key, and then remove some parts that seems like it's dry or doesn't have any puddles at all. Right. So start erasing on this area. Okay. So look what happened. Yes. There you go. Also this in this part. All right. So I erased most of it. All right, I'm good with this. Now look at that. We just created a puddle. But if you want to make it more visible, now let's duplicate the group 1 layer. Look what happened. So with that group 1 layer selected, I'm going to press Ctrl plus J to create a duplicate layer of that. Now when I did that, look what happened. Now the puddle looks more visible this time. All right. And also we're going to change the blend mode of this group 1 copy layer that we just created. So selected on that, go here, click on this. I'm going to set the blending options to color dodge, right? Okay, and there we go. Now to make it look more brighter. Now there you have it. Now we already created this puddle. Now let me show you the before and after. So this one is the before, and this one is the after. And that is how to create a fake puddles in Photoshop.